spoilers, I'll put that in the title as well, so don't watch this if you don't want things being spoiled for you, because I want to talk about it. There is a reason I have crazy lips. I know I probably look ridiculous, but I bought this ages ago and I've never actually used it, so I thought, hey, if I use it in a video then I'll feel less guilty about buying it. I thought it went really well with the idea of me talking about Infinity War, my opinion on Infinity War, because obviously I went to go see it, I think a couple of days after it came out, maybe the second day actually. Obviously I've been dying to talk about it. I want to talk about it, my opinion on stuff, what I thought of the way the film was made and everything. Yeah, and obviously I thought this went really well because obviously, like, you know, alien kind of vibe, and it also looks like one of the Infinity Stones. So I don't even know where to start. Do you know what the sad thing is? I've got posted, like, I've got a calendar here with all the this is galaxy. And when I came out of the film, I come home and I looked here and I was why? Obviously, if you've not seen it, or if you plan to see it before knowing anything, don't watch this video, because it's going to ruin it for you. So, first off, I think the way that this film was made was amazing. This is one of the best Marvel films I've ever seen. I was so impressed with the way everything was done, the CGI, the whole cinematics around it. I thought it just looked amazing. Honestly, I think it may be my favourite film done by Marvel, because it was just so good. Well, favourite and least favourite, but I think it was just so good. You can tell the amount of work that they put into this. I loved the way they put all the characters in it. They didn't just put them all in the same scenes and be like, okay, they're all together, watch them fight. They put them in their own little stories and they connected them, and I thought it was amazing. Obviously, yeah, it was great seeing them meet up, like seeing Tony Stark and Star-Lord and all that meet up. Amazing. Seeing, like, all of these different people coming together was amazing. It just really was. Seeing Star-Lord meet Thor, can't deny I love that. The way that Loki used the line that came from the first Avengers film, "We have a Hulk," like, I thought that was great. I loved the fact that they had the little Easter eggs in there, which they always do, of course. Some classic, like, amazing lines in there. But it'll kill you. Yes, only if I die. Like, I just love it. Peter Dinklage, I loved the fact that he was in it, and I love the fact that he was a giant dwarf. I just loved it. It was amazing. Seeing him come up and be like, oh my god, I know you. You're a giant dwarf. That's brilliant. Like, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. A lot of people are hating on a certain character for a certain mistake that he made. So Star-Lord obviously started punching Thanos when he found out that Gamora was killed, which obviously then prevented them from getting the gauntlet off of his hand. Yeah, so everyone then blamed Star-Lord for this and for, like, you know, the ending. Yes, I agree, it is, you know, he shouldn't have done that, but at the end of the day, like, I kind of understand why, because he's lost his mum, he's lost his dad, although his dad was a dick, whatever. Now he's lost the love of his life, and I think a lot of people in a similar situation will probably just beat the shit out of someone. They wouldn't think of all the consequences, they'd be like, the fuck have you done? And just snap. And I was discussing this with someone earlier. I don't think he ever really grew up, like, mentally. I think he's always just been a kid in his head, because obviously he's just spent his whole life listening to things that he did when he was a kid, trying to remember when he was a kid on Earth with his mum. I understand why he freaked out. I understand why he started punching Thanos. No, I don't agree with it, and obviously I do realise that that then led to Thanos killing a load of people. But I feel like even if he didn't do that, he probably would have got it back anyway. Can we just take a minute to have a go at Thor as well, by the way, because who the fuck aims for here when you're trying to, like, I get, yeah, the heart, try and kill them, but my first instinct, if there's something you want to get off someone's arm, cut his arm off. You had the opportunity, cut his arm off. because he can't use the gauntlet on the other hand because it's made with his hand. So cut his arm off. He can't do that with the other hand because he can't put it on there. That would have solved a problem. That would have at least given them more time. Like, hello. Everyone's like, should I aim for the head? He's like, no, chop his arm off. He can't use it. He cannot use the thing if his arm's not there. Someone else come, grab the arm, run off with it. Like, I don't... yeah, that bugged me a little bit. Like, hello, Thor, come on. Use the thinking brain. A lot of people have been telling me that they feel like Thanos isn't really a bad guy because he thought he was doing something that was good in the long run. But I don't necessarily disagree. I don't think that he is like the worst villain that's ever been. Although, you know, I could question that sometimes. I understand that in his head he thought he was doing something that was for the greater good, or whatever you want to say, call it. It's very clear that he did not take any consideration to any other possibility. If someone that you supposedly love so much hates you or hates a decision that you're trying to make, surely that would make you pause for a minute and just think, why are they feeling this way about it? Why don't they, like, you know, do you know what I mean? Like, surely you'd think, I love them. They must have a reason for not liking this idea, and you'd take a minute and you'd think and try and see from their point of view. But I don't think he did. He didn't try and understand why Gamora felt the way she did. And also, just saying, you do that and snap a load of random people, yeah? Think about this, which he probably didn't. He could have got rid of all the good people, and then all the people that are out to fucking rot the world are going to survive, and they're all going to do what they want to do and ruin the world anyway. So it would all just be fucking pointless. Not to mention, he could have like got rid of a load of people that could have cured cancer, could have ended world hunger, ended world peace, sorted out all the fucking problems that he is doing that for in the first place. He could have literally destroyed those lives that would have fixed it anyway, and like, you know, avoided the whole killing everybody or half the population thing. I get it, he thinks because he did do it on his own, is like his own planet or own area or whatever, that's why everything deteriorated, but that's not necessarily the truth. Sometimes it's just the way society is and things like seem to deteriorate. You've got to give people a chance to grow, and I think if literally every single person in the universe is against you and doesn't agree with you, you know, it's kind of got a hint that maybe you're a bit of a fucking idiot. Obviously he thinks it's for the great good and he's doing a necessary evil, but I said this earlier, is it necessary or is it satisfactory? 'Cause at first maybe he thought it was necessary, but I think because of how much he kept thinking that, he built it up in his head and then he literally became obsessed with it, so that's satisfactory. That's the only way it was going to happen. He'd only be satisfied once he'd done what he originally thought was what was needed. I don't know whether he always believed it, but I think that it became just about satisfaction. But at the end of it, he didn't even seem happy. Which is, like, surely if you think you've done this thing right, if you think you've done the right thing, you'd be happy. He didn't seem it, he just seemed a bit broken. Obviously because he killed his daughter, but he just seemed broken. I know sometimes, you know, the right decision doesn't always make you happy, but if he's done this thing that's supposed to like save the world or the universe or whatever, it's supposed to be great for the universe, then surely you'd at least be like, you know, a little bit happy. In terms of Sally's death, a lot of people said Gamora because obviously Thanos threw her off a cliff. I wasn't really that upset by that death. I kind of expected it from the very beginning. Purely because obviously, like, you know, she was like, oh, you have to kill me if he gets me. And I was like, no, he's not going to kill you if Thanos gets you. It's not going to happen. Thanos won't let that happen because you've got something that Thanos wants. And I knew that he'd probably end up killing her because either she wouldn't tell him or he needed to. Whatever. Or just as, like, you know, an act of defiance or whatever. As, like, I'm better than you. Something like that. You answer to me. I think a lot of people have obviously also been questioning what Doctor Strange meant when he said there was no other way. There's two different ideas that go around in my head. When he was going through all these ideas of like all the time loops of what could happen, all the different options, of how it will turn out. And he said there's one where they win. I think that either he meant that we were never going to win. I just said that one so that you guys had hope. Or there's no other way, because he knows that this has to happen for them to defeat Thanos. Like, all this has to happen and then it will work out in the end. Do you know what I mean? Like, he knows that this is the right way and that Tony needed to survive for it. I hope that, like, you know, everyone's gonna come back. They got to. They got to. I can't decide between who I feel most sorry for. In all honesty, I really couldn't care that Bucky died. Like, I know that might seem harsh to some people. I've never been a big fan of his character. A lot of people are like, oh, protect Bucky, protect him, oh, Captain America loves him. It's like, I get that, and I get that he didn't necessarily want to kill all those people, but it was still his hands that did it. I don't know, I didn't agree with the way Steve dealt with it. I don't like Bucky. I just no. Sam I wasn't too stuffed about either, because he's not really like a major character anyway. Scarlet Witch, heartbreaking, because obviously she's just killed the person that she loves for him to come back again to be murdered in front of her. But, you know, she passed away with him after, so in a way that's kind of nice, because at least she'll be with him in whatever world they go to. But obviously she has to have the memory of the fact that she's just murdered someone that she loves. Vision, I wasn't too fussed about either, to be honest with you. Obviously, yes, I was a little bit like, oh, you'll get someone that you love to kill you, but I was fucking devastated when Black Panther died, because he was like, just it's like zoomed into the woman, and you see his arm, and I was just like, oh, he's gonna go to pick her up, and she's gonna disappear. And then you see his arm disappearing, and I was like, no, 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 I love Black Panther, why would you do that? Wakanda forever, don't do that. Don't do this to us. We need Black Panther. He's amazing. Like, come on, that is literally one of the best films in the world. Everyone has been praising Black Panther for being not just a good, like, hero movie, but a fucking good movie. Marvel makes a great ton of good hero movies. Black Panther, even if it wasn't about a fucking hero, would be a good film. Hands down. Great film. Even if it wasn't just about, you know, the storyline of it being a superhero and being in the Marvel universe, it would just be a fucking good film. You can't get rid of him already. We barely saw him in this film. Why? I wanted to see more. I love him. I wasn't too fussed about Doctor Strange either. All of the Guardians. Obviously I still felt sad about Star-Lord because I love him. I'm not too fussed about Drax. Like, obviously he's funny, like, you know, I've mastered the art of moving so slowly that no one can see I am here. I am invisible. He's funny, but I wasn't, like, devastated that he was gone. I think a lot of people thought Tony would go, but I think it was very clear that he wouldn't. Do you know what I mean? Like, after everything that happened in New York with the wormhole and stuff, I just think after that it was never going to be an option. I wouldn't have minded if Captain America had gone, to be honest with you. Bring back Black Panther. Groot. His last word was Dad to Rocket, and that breaks my heart. And it's horrible because Rocket's the only Guardian left. Yes, Nebula's around, but they're not exactly best friends, are they? He's not got any of his friends left. He made these friends and they're gone. Just like that. Literally. It's heartbreaking. I feel so bad for him. And Spider-Man. Oh, I've never cried so much in the cinema. It's just the way that he's like, obviously his spider senses make him know that something's wrong, which is why he says, I don't feel so good. No one else like says I don't feel so good, they just evaporate. Whereas he knows, he's like, uh-oh, I don't feel good. He's just like, please, I don't want to go, I don't want to go Mr. Stark, and he's still calling him Mr. Stark, and he hugs him, and Tony actually hugs him, and you know that means that it's bad, because he's hugging him, and before he's all like, don't fucking touch me, and now it's just... It's like, your Aunt May is either dead too, or she's down there, and she ain't gonna know that you're dead. You're just gone. They did all that to try and help the world, and he's only a tiny child, and he's dead. And who doesn't love Tom Holland? I mean, he's amazing. It's just heartbreaking, the whole thing. And obviously I can't wait for Captain Marvel to turn up. I saw a lot of people in the theatre there were just a bit like, fuck does that symbol mean? Is he just calling Captain America? I'm like, no, it's Captain Marvel. Are you not prepared for this? I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait for the next film. I need them back now. I can't sleep properly because I'm just like, oh my god. Spider-Man's gone. Groot is gone. Black Panther is gone. Wakanda is not forever. It's heartbreaking. Don't do this to me. Don't do it. Why? Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a great film. Great film. Heartbreaking film. Anyway, I hope if you guys seen it, you've enjoyed it. If not, and you're watching this, why are you watching this? As spoilers. What are you doing? Go see it. You're missing out. I love it. And please bring back everybody. Okay. Thanks, Marvel. Bye bye. Right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, even a little bit. Hope you guys enjoyed my random rant about the film. Love you guys. Bye.